Finish him. Excellent. Flawless victory.
All right, we're live.
Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody? We'll just hang tight a little bit, and
Somebody was hitting me up on Instagram just now, asking me if that my Silver Surfer Black was for sale. That DMX one.
oh yeah,
Yeah, everybody loves that book.
dude, I love that book too.
Yeah.
So, is it for sale or what?
No, I told him
No.
it's a keeper. I like. There's some books, like especially like some of the sketch covers that I have that I can't see me, because they're more personal, you know.
Yeah, of course. This is awesome. Do you have it there, by any chance?
I do. Hold on. I keep it on like my sketch cover, like little display up there. But man, that Dominique Liebert, the guy that did this, like did such a killer job.
Yeah, you did.
He made it look, yeah, the color, like how it's dripping the black and stuff. I don't know. I just love that. He did like such a good job. I didn't expect him to make it look exactly like DMX. I guess like I wanted him to do like his own, but like I like how he did that. Like now, like after it was all done, but I remember seeing the progress shots, like whenever it was like just lined in black, you know, and I was like, oh, that looks just like DMX. That's weird. But after he was all done, you know, like that's like an artist for you. Like they can see the big picture that you can't, I guess.
Yeah, it turned out real nice. And that's the thing about with DMX. Like, I don't know, he's gone now. He was only 50, bro. Like, I can't even believe that.
Oh yeah, he's young. It's crazy because that's like that's only like 12 years older than I am, you know.
Yeah, and if you look at like some of his like earlier videos with like concerts where he's got like 500,000 people he's like performing to, the guy looks like super healthy and like he's ready to go for like ever. You know what I mean? And that was unexpected about that.
What did he die from? Did he die from a heart attack or did he die from a drug overdose?
I think it was an overdose, but the overdose, I think it led to a heart attack or something. I think it was probably a complication from an overdose.
Oh.
He probably already had heart issues. I'm not really sure. In the chat, we got Sean from Slim Comics and More. Thanks for stopping by, bud. And but yeah, so it's been a while since we did this show, man. I think a lot of stuff has happened since the last time we did this. I know for sure. Like, did you watch the Godzilla and the King Kong flicks? How'd that go? Was that the way you thought it was going to be? I know before we like talk about
that's it. I think that's like exactly what we said it was going to, like, you know, they were going to fight each other. The thing is, like, I knew how it was going to go, or it went the way I thought it was going to go. But I was really happy with the amount of fighting between Kong and Godzilla. Like, it wasn't limited, you know. It was like it was a lot of it. So
yeah, it was like balls to the wall. I'm not gonna get mad. There was like so many logical holes. The story didn't make sense.
Yeah,
he's got an axe. They're like upside down world with like he's got a Milnar axe and shit. I didn't really care, bro.
I think I think the axe was like one of Godzilla's you know, those spikes that are on Godzilla's backs, like one of his ancestors' spikes. That's why like it could take that power when it blasted into the axe. It like absorbed it, and then he was able to. But I'm guessing like because the story was like terrible, but it wasn't about the story. You
Yeah.
know, like I was telling like
Yes.
I was telling one of my coworkers because he was like, "How was it? No spoilers." And I was like, "Well, no spoilers. Terrible story, but like you'll still like the movie, you know?"
Yeah. I mean, I think the woman and I, we watched it, and I think we were kind of like wishing we would have watched this in the theater,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that was definitely a
we did,
blockbuster.
we did go to the theater for that one because like we wanted to see it. Like it was too big, you know, like Godzilla and Kong are too big. They need to be seen like on a big screen.
Yeah.
So we had to go see
Even
it.
even though spoiler alert, my boy Kong let me down.
How's that?
Dude went out with a heart attack, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, he
I'm
like
like, what?
if I had to pick like who won the fight, it would have been Godzilla, you know, because even at the very end, like
Yeah.
uh, I felt like Kong bowed to him. You know, he's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done doing this. But
Yeah.
it was cool. Like it was cool. Like though, if you don't like look into the story too much, like
Yeah.
it was really cool. I didn't like I liked Kong's people more than Godzilla's. Like that Millie Bobby Brown, the girl that plays 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like so unneeded. There didn't need
Like
to be.
I didn't care
Yeah,
about the people at all.
yeah. I didn't care about the people either. It's just like Kong's people made more sense to the story. The other
Yeah.
ones it didn't make it didn't matter. None of that mattered. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Dude,
it was still fun though.
yeah, it was fun. Like I saw him like I would have like King Kong would have gotten his butt beat like one time, and then he would have came back with that axe. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get him now. You know what I'm saying? But then I mean that those cool fighting scenes though for sure. Um Other than that, I think I finally caught up on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You've been seeing that too as well.
Yeah, I mean that's turning out the way like I thought it was going to turn out too. Like action, action, action. You know,
Yeah,
and like it. I wouldn't say like it's my favorite thing so far. Like it's not like it's not mind blowing, but that John Walker stuff. Um, I'm loving that. Like I love evil Captain America. I think it's awesome. And like the Easter egg for last night's episode. I was like, fuck yeah! Like I'm ready for next week. So I want to see what the finale is going to be.
me
I
too.
mean,
I'm ready.
yeah, you kind of know how it's going to go. I would imagine, like we all kind of know, but I really hope they keep John Walker around, like,
I think they will.
and do something with him because the way that it was ending yesterday with a fucking Julie Louise Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld, you know,
Yeah,
which she looks exactly like she did when she played Seinfeld like 20 years ago. She still looks really good. It's crazy.
yeah,
Um, but like with what she told John, you know, like, hey, I'm gonna keep you in mind to do all this stuff. I don't think they're gonna be able to wrap that up in just one episode.
I was like listening to some theories and stuff that they're saying that that lady, the power broker, or whatever, that they might be trying to use her like in a way like Amanda Walker from or what's her name? I forget her name, but the lady that puts
Yeah,
together the Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad. Yeah, Amanda Waller, I think.
Amanda Waller, that's her name.
Yeah,
And then they're trying to put like a Dark Avengers together or something like that. But I'm not really familiar with Dark Avengers at all, so who knows? I really like the show though, especially this last episode where they kind of explained why, you know, why Sam needed to be Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Like before, it was kind of like okay, passing off his shield to his buddy, you know, but I think it was kind of like this thing where who was going to be the Captain America because I feel like it could have gone either way with Bucky and Sam Wilson. I feel like Bucky had like the super strength that Captain America did, but I think Sam Wilson, like his character, was more like, you
yeah,
know,
like Captain America.
yeah, like leadership and you know the noble selflessness and stuff. Where Bucky's like he's all messed up from
Yeah, he
the
has like
Soviet stuff.
he has a redemption story that he's like working with, but
Yeah, but I'm pretty excited to see what's in the Wakanda box,
oh
what's gonna look like.
yeah, it's got to be his costume, right? Like,
You think so?
yeah,
You think it's gonna have wings?
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be like half Falcon, half Captain America. Like,
Captain Falcon,
yeah,
or yeah. Um, Oh, we got Gabby, California Blends, is in the chat. Welcome. I know we got art by
Yeah,
her. It was pretty badass.
yeah. I have a black manta. You have a few pieces.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I know you. AOK'd me the Killmonger, which is like
Yeah,
the logo up there, and then I got that huge one. And but yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you
That
for joining.
alien piece that she just recently did was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks so dope, dude.
Yeah,
I just imagine like somebody seeing it from like they put their NVGs, like you're seeing all pitch black, and then you put your NVGs on, and you see the alien. Fuck that, dude. I
yeah,
was like, I'm out.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, what anything else you've been watching, like as far as like superhero stuff?
No, I'm waiting to watch Invincible. Like, I really want to watch Invincible, but I don't want to. I don't want to pay for Amazon Prime right now. I want to wait until like it's all. I want to wait until it's all said and done, and then I'm gonna get it. So whenever the last episode of Invincible is, that's gonna be like I'll get a month of Amazon Prime and I'll binge watch it.
Yeah, same thing here, man. I think I'm gonna wait for because I don't want to get Amazon Prime. And are you looking forward to the Loki stuff?
Yeah, I am. I think the Loki stuff's gonna be one of
The better ones?
yeah. It's because like I think he's probably one of their biggest stars that branched off to get his own TV show.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's going to be one of the more interesting ones, like a fucking like Quantum Leap, style where he's like bouncing in and out of time, and just I don't know, messing stuff up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's like, I think that's like in 6 weeks or something. Falcon and Winter Soldier's already over next Friday, which is crazy because I feel
Yeah.
like it just begun.
Yeah. Honestly, like I didn't watch it for I think the first 3 episodes. We decided we're gonna binge it because that whole WandaVision, the whole not
Yeah,
getting enough. I was like, we're not doing that again. Like, the whole standby please bullshit. So but I think we did enjoy it more just watching that, 3 or 4 episodes at the same time,
yeah.
Uh,
I do feel like WandaVision was trying to like reel you along a little bit differently than Falcon Winter Soldier. So like it's
yep.
easier to watch one episode of Falcon Winter Soldier than it was WandaVision. WandaVision was like it was kind of slow, but I was still enjoying it.
Yep. So I'm actually looking forward to Mortal Kombat that comes out next week. That's
Yeah,
and I'm kind of glad they didn't put any more trailers out because I think it was just that one.
yeah. I don't
And
know.
so I'm just happy to like that they're not putting a bunch of trailers out for it because I feel like that might. I think I'd rather just like get one and then just see what the movie's going to be about.
Yeah. What do you think about that one? You think it's going to be you going to like blow your mind on that?
I think it's going to be good, man.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like the CGI might not be like, oh my god, like top tier CGI or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to be faithful to the games. Because I feel like when stories don't get a lot of hype behind them, or like the studio doesn't get involved and they're like, oh, you should do it. This, the good idea fairy comes in and everybody has a good idea. I feel like that's what happens to like Zack Snyder stuff. And it gets all chopped up. But when they just let the directors be directors and just create the art, let them go. I think I have faith that it's going to be good.
Yeah, one of my coworkers wants to go to the movies for that one, so I might go to the movies to see that. But I'm definitely going to watch it at the house too because my 15-year-old wants to watch that, and
Yep.
he's like he's. I said, "You want to just go to the movies with us?" And he's like, "That's frowned upon, Dad." And I said, "Oh, geez, come on,
Dude. There's no one there.
yeah."
We
Yeah,
went to go watch Wonder Woman 84. We were the only people there.
yeah. When we went and watched Kong, I think there was like six other people there. Like, yeah, that's crazy, like for such a big movie. But like, why would you want to? Unless it's like a movie like that where it's like a massive blockbuster that you want to see, you could pay $7 or whatever, or $14 to get HBO and let all your friends and everybody watch it. So,
Right.
I get it.
So yeah, let's get into some comic stuff, man. What do you want to what do you think about the market, man? Like it's super hot.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
know. It's honestly hard not to get rid of some of my books. You know, like
That's
some of my books, I'm just like, oh shit. Like, hopefully they'll come back down and I can rebuy them because I got rid of. I've been getting rid of a few of my books to get other things, and then some of the books like I told you, I'm fishing with them, you know, to see like because I don't necessarily want to get rid of them, so I'll put them up like at a high price just to see if I could get it. And I've got like high offers on some of them, but like it's still not enough for me to really want to get rid of any.
yeah,
But I'm not actively looking for books on eBay either. Uh, like I do look, you know, but like seriously look, you know, like because everything's just too expensive. Like I
yeah.
saw somebody on Instagram today post, I think it was like a 9.0 Ultimate Fallout for $1,000. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit, dude! Like I think I bought mine. You know, 2 years ago now, but I bought it for $60.
That
Uh,
was your 9.0, wasn't it? It was a
yeah, and then I sold it, and I sold it for 300, and I was like, holy shit, I got a good deal.
it's like great.
Yeah, and it just that book just keeps going up. So, but there's got to
Yeah,
be selling for some of it.
yeah. So like the market's like super hot, and I've heard like some other people talk about like I don't think right now is like the time to be like trying to get into some of these really hot books, um, because I feel like my reaction to it is like, man, I'm just gonna try to get rid of some of the stuff that that I've been kind of thinking about selling for a while.
Hmm.
Just strike while it's hot, and then just kind of like see what happens afterwards. Because and then there's not really a whole lot of books that I'm chasing at this very moment, but you know, just trying to like be patient with it. Even it's crazy because it's mostly like the Marvel stuff that's super hot, man. Like yeah, DC, a lot of it's hot, but like some of it's still like you can still find like good deals on some of the keys. Um, and I don't know if it's I would just be careful right now. Like I'm being careful right now. Just
Yeah,
because as far as buying, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, most of my money, anyways, is going into buying like original art. Uh,
Yeah.
so, I mean, that's where most of my money is. Like all the books like that I was getting like really really good deals on.
Yeah.
I feel like I had most of all my books that I really like, all the big books like that I really wanted. I feel like I got them, and I got them for like a fraction of the price. Like I got my ASM 300 for 200, my New Mutants for 200, my freaking ASM 129 for 400, and all those books are $800, $900 books now. You know,
Yeah.
so
And that's what I was thinking too. Like, because like I know you're probably like this too, but like when I'm ever looking for like a book, dude, I'm trying to be cheap with it. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, I like
So,
yeah. If it's worth 500, I want to get it for two. You know,
yeah, like we're trying to like, and that way I feel comfortable holding on to it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I feel like whether the book is hot or cold, I'm still in the green with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want like some sort of equity, like just in case you have to like get rid of it. You know, like you're gonna be able to make some money off of it.
Yeah, like for example, it was Killmonger, that Jungle Action #6. I paid $50 raw for my first one, and that I sent it to CVS. It came back at 3.0. And I was like, ah, fuck, oh well. And then so then after the movie cooled off, dude, Killmonger was cold as shit. So I ended up buying a 5.5 for like $65.
Oh shit.
That yeah, that book is like I think the 5.5 is like they're asking for like crazy money now. I think it's because that 9.8 sold for like four figures, and
Yeah.
there was like a 9.6. Like that book is going crazy now, and I think it has to be because of the speculation that they might go with Killmonger in the movie. Like that, nothing's for sure, but like people just want to, they want to be the guy with the supply when the time comes. And
Oh
but
yes.
but
Speaking of that, like I did get these books, those ones that you
oh yeah,
recommended.
yeah, dude,
I had like $25 in eBay bucks, and I was like, I had no idea. I was probably gonna buy like more Absolute Carnage blanks because I just keep buying those just in case like I want something. And then like you kept telling me all that shit, and you did give me one, but I'm not gonna get rid of that one. So I was like, I'll get me my own to like do whatever I want. So yeah, I got these. Like I got the one that you said was
The Jim Lee,
the best one, and then the Perez. And I think like after my eBay bucks, I paid like $15 or $20 for both of those.
Yep. And I think that's a great long-term one because I made a video on it. Like if anybody's watching this on the replay, you can watch that. And honestly, this is a book that I feel like is going under the radar. Like it's got a movie confirmed. They already got a director, but it still has a lot of it. The growing is still in the front because they still have to cast somebody. They still have to put out a trailer. They still have to put news. Start filling out all the casting.
Yeah,
and the first poster, whatever.
And he's a hero. They're always like if I had to spec on like undervalued heroes, it would that one was because of you, but it would be like Long Shot from Marvel and Nova, because Nova's still like pretty affordable. Like you can get a Nova for pretty cheap.
Yeah, Nova 1. Yeah, you still get that really cheap, and I think not just the main guy, which is Dick Ryder.
Yeah,
all of them, like all the Novas.
Yeah, I have Sam Alexander and Nova 1.
And that Dick Ryder. And that chick too. From
the
female Nova.
I think you gave me that one.
Yeah,
I had no idea about that one.
I think it's like What If 11 or 12, and it's the female Nova, because I feel it's like the Green Lanterns. When when you get one, you're gonna get like a whole squad of them, and you never know. I mean, it's not gonna be like this Lady Nova is gonna be like $1,000 book, but right now she's in the 50-cent bins. Right now it's those What Ifs, you can find them in dollar bins and stuff like that. So whenever the time comes, that's not gonna be $1 book, and that's how I feel like you want to get way ahead of it instead of trying to take that huge risk that you buy it like 2 months before the movie comes out and you're already getting in high, and you're hoping to make $50 off of it or whatever.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago, like because I was thinking about like buying a ASM 361, a 9.8, and you could get those for like $400, and those are well over $1,000 now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I won't buy one now, like because the one that I have now it's a 9.4, but I bought that for $15. Granted, it was quite a while ago, but still, like I don't think I could do it, like because I knew what it was just 2 years ago. So like for me to pay $600 more, it's not going to happen.
And I think Carnage is going to be one that might cool off after
the movie.
Yeah, like you'll probably see a dip in it.
I really don't think that. I think Woody Harrelson's going to do good, but I don't think that's going to be the definitive version of Carnage. I think it'll be rebooted, because I just don't think Sony is going to. I don't think Sony's going to make the definitive Venom or Carnage. Like even though I like Venom and Tom Hardy, I just don't think it's going to be long lasting.
I think Sony just pulled a move. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of power move lately, but it has something to do with the movies, anyways. But I think it's kind of cool that I think the one book that I think that is probably going to get cold in the next 6 months is going to be Venom 3, The Null.
Yeah.
Now that the King of Black is over.
Yeah. Remember I was telling you that probably a few months ago. I was like, we probably should sell our Venom 3s because Null's going to die and Venom's going to take over, and it's gonna dip. And you were like, but that's a badass cover. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna keep it
because it is a badass cover. But yeah, it's gonna dip. I think it's gonna dip too. And he's a villain. Like I just he's meant to be beat. So
yeah, and to be honest, like with Null, like I bought that book at cover price, so I'm like comfortable.
So did I.
So I'm like comfortable at just holding on to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I bought it at $3.99. I bought 2 issues at $3.99,
Yeah.
and then I bought a PX preview or whatever for $15.
Yeah.
And I got 2.98s and 1.85 or something that I got signed.
Yeah.
And I sold 2 of them for way less than what I should have. But I still have my 9.8 that I originally bought, and
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it. And then I have a third print or not a third print, but a second print that I'm going to just keep.
I don't know how much 9.8s are going for now, but like if I would have bought that book like this spring, I'd probably be feeling a little nervous right now, to be honest. Unless I really love Noel, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah. Like if you would have bought it at $200-300 or whatever, like it's like, oh shit, it's a lot of money.
I'd probably be a little nervous. But since it was not, like I'm cool with it. I like Noel. I'm gonna hold on to him. But it's kind of crazy. I feel like if this whole symbiote stuff for Sony, I feel like because that's what Sony can do. They can, if they want to start their own little thing.
Yeah.
That eventually, you know, if they want to start their own little Marvel Thanos thing, this can be their Thanos. You know what I mean? They can use Venom to work their way up to Null if they want to.
I think if Sony and Marvel are like, you know, they're obviously working together. When they do this multiverse with Marvel, they should introduce Miles Morales and split him, like where he enters the Sonyverse and you know, MCU gets to keep Peter. And Sony gets their own Spider-Man with Miles Morales, because they're saying, like, I read something that the guy that plays Doc Ock, you know, he is confirmed, and he said that like his scene or whatever is going to take place right directly after Spider-Man 2, like, so it's like probably a portal is going to open up and it's going to show what was happening. So I think they could like steal a Spider-Man and use a Spider-Man that way.
I'm super excited to see what they're going to be doing with these guys. What Sony decides to do if they start deciding that they want to be a player too. But yeah, man, like those books are really cool. Back to like Jaime Reyes though, like he is kind of like a little bit of Miles and he's a little bit of Peter Parker. I think he's like a combination of those two characters, and I think he has a lot of potential because a lot of like from the research I was doing, it's like I watched a lot of videos on Blue Beetle, and then you watch the video, you make your own judgment, but then you want to read the comments and see what people are saying. You start with the recent ones and stuff, and overall, there's a lot of people who like love this character because a lot of people are like, man, I grew up with Young Justice because he was from Young Justice, and I grew up with the Teen Titans, and he was part of those, Brave and the Bold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I don't know a lot about him, but like I remember me and my son were really excited. Like he was one of the characters on the demo that came out like for a pre-registered demo for Injustice, and he was one of the characters, and we were like, holy shit, this guy's awesome, like so they're sprinkling him in different places.
And he's been well received everywhere, and he's got so many potentials because like he looks cool. Like if you take the Injustice model, he looks cool, and then he's also got like cool powers. Like it's kind of like an alien scarab, but it's also like a symbiote. Like he talks to it as well, so it's kind of like Venom and stuff like that. So there's like so many different things I can do with this character. Speaking of that, I guess let's start showing books. This is I guess I'll start showing them what we picked up recently. I went ahead and pulled the trigger on a 9.6.
Yeah.
And this is so cheap. Like I feel like he's so undervalued. Like right now the market's hot, and the guy had this posted for $200, and I offered him like $140, and he took it like right away. Like he didn't try to. And I feel I feel like he's still undervalued. Like he's still. I didn't go for a 9.8, man, but
do you think that could be pressed out? Like, do you see any like defects that can be pressed on that? Because I bought mine and it said near mint and like I'm looking really close and there's like a little bit of a bend here and maybe a little up here, but like none of it's color breaking. So whenever I do, because I'm gonna get it slabbed too, because I can't stand like selling books on eBay, uh, like raw books, because
actually, yeah. On the backside, it's I don't know if you can see it, but like it's got on the black, you can see like a little bit of tick marks, but they're not color breaking. Sorry
uh,
to interrupt you. What were you saying?
I was just like I will get it slabbed because like selling on eBay with raw books. Have you ever did that? Have you ever sold raw books on eBay?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Dude, it sucks. Like everybody's always like saying, "Can you open the book? Can you do this? Can you?" It's like, ah, you motherfuckers! Like,
Yeah, it's a lot easier to sell slabs. It's like,
yeah, yeah. This one has a little bit, but like, I guarantee I can get this pressed and it'd be a 9.8. I think if you did it now, it'd be a 9.96 for sure. But I'm not like I wouldn't say like I'm very good at grading raw books. You know.
yeah, I think I'd say I'm pretty lucky when it comes to like 9.8s. Um, but you know, like when it comes to actually buying a slab, um, I mean, yeah, I like 9.8s. I like having 9.8s, but I don't give a shit. Like, I don't want to pay that premium for a 9.8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd
Yeah.
rather, I'd
I,
rather, get the 9.6 is still near mint. You know?
I just got this book, but like you know, and it's a 2.0, and I'm like completely happy with it. You know, so you know, of course, like
You-
it'd be nice to get a higher grade because it like if you look close, it's like it's banged up like pretty bad and stained and stuff. I I thought it would be like a 1.5, so I was pretty happy with a 2.0, and that's like another reason that I had a Claremont sign it just to
that's
up the value.
did you got that raw, didn't you? You picked that up raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a killer price. I remember that. You used to like send me a text like, "Holy shit, dude!" And then that was like, I think like a month later or something. That shit blew up, dude. But
Oh
that's
yeah.
really cool that you got that. Where did he sign it at? Is that
Uh, I had him sign it like he usually signs it like up here, like across that, but it's like such a beat up copy that it wasn't about like the signature as much as like just to make it, you know,
yeah
up
to
like
increase the value?
yeah. So it's I had him sign it down here because like it's you know you can barely see it to be honest, but you know,
That's badass though.
but I bought this book for 390
Yeah,
and then I put another 100 into the signing and getting it slabbed, and I put it on eBay just to like you know like to fish just to see what, and somebody offered me 2,500, so like I'm already like $2,000 up, and that's where
yeah,
I want to be. So like even though like I turned it down and I really don't want to sell it, but it like makes me happy that like I feel like I'm going the right direction, you know, like because sometimes like I don't know if your lady says this, but my girl will say like you say all these books are worth this, but you know you're not selling any of them.
that's what she
So
says
yeah, so
every time I tell her. Like, oh, this book is worth like this much money. I was like,
yeah,
oh, so that means you're gonna sell it?
yeah, yeah. That's what I get. So it's like nice to have a little bit of confirmation. Like, yeah, it is worth it. I'm just not selling it right now.
Yeah, like some of these are like longer term gains because I'll tell the woman sometimes I'll like shoot I'll tell her, well, this book is worth this much money and I only paid like this much money, and then she's like, so that means you're gonna sell it? I was like, I mean, if you want me to, I'll sell it, but
Yeah.
then when this book is like 3 times that much next year, I'm gonna remind you. And then she like thinks about it. It's like, all right,
Well,
but
like that giant size X-Men. Like I think in 10 years you got to keep some of these 10 years. You know,
yeah,
Miles Morales 10 years. You know, like and you're gonna get like a nice little return from. You'll get a return anyways, but you'll get a huge one because you think of like some of those guys that have some of those books like that sell them for $15,000 or whatever. But anyways, what?
yeah. So we were talking about like signed books. Here's a book that I got signed, and this is signed by Josh Middleton, and this was signed on in January, dude. Dude, I was waiting for this book since September. Like I submitted this in September. To be fair with the guy, he said it was gonna take a while. And I
Yeah.
was like, cool. You know, what's 4 or 5 months, right? But I guess it's been more than that. But still, I'm very happy to because I put the window on it, like for him to sign it in white, and then I wrote "sign in white, please." And then it's actually really cool that he was able to do it because it looks so clean and it matches with the cover perfectly.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I don't see a lot of white signatures either. To be honest.
Right. I think they look great, dude. I think when we hit up a con, I'm definitely taking a white marker with me.
Yeah.
And
No,
and then there's this is actually a new case. I don't know if you've seen one of these.
no, not yet.
This is it's a little weird. Like it's thin, but then it's got like these you can kind of feel the ridges on the side. It's a lot thicker on the edges than CGC.
Are you a
So
CBCS fan, or does it matter?
to be honest, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Um, I like the label on the other ones better.
Yeah.
On the CGC better, just because it's got the little fancy foil on it. But CBC, I don't really mind them, and I actually think CBC is a little tougher on grading it. Actually, so
I like CBCS. I have no problem with them. I think like in their like they got purchased by Beckett, which is like one of the leading sports cards grading or whatever. So like I feel like they have legs to stand on.
yeah, I think they are a decent company. Like they're a good company. Anytime I've dealt with them, like this one took a long time because I was going through someone else, like a third party. That was actually witnesses signed in January, so there was obviously like some logistic stuff that he was going through. Um, but as far as like when I submitted some stuff to CBCS, like it came back, they graded it more harshly than I thought they were gonna grade it. But that's okay for me, man. Like you know what I mean, like because then I can go out and buy CBCS slabs with confidence that hey, that grade's probably a little bit higher. You know what I mean? And I would
Yeah,
like to do like a little experiment, like to see if like my Killmonger that came back at 3.0, I would like to kind of send that one in. I don't have my two Aquaman 11s. I have two Aquaman 11s, the two Miras.
yeah,
One's a CGC, one's a CBCS. One's a 2.5 and one's a 2.0. But I don't know. One day I'll show you. But like the CGC one was like beat the shit, dude. Like
yeah.
what I mean? Like they usually say, hey, the book presents better than the grade. That one does not, dude. That one actually presents worse than the grade. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
yeah,
I'm gonna try to see if I can put them up maybe on my Instagram, like side by side.
you know what CBCS does, and I don't really much care for it, but um, like some of my books say 7.0 check mark or something. Like it grades as a 7.0,
Yeah,
but the check mark means like it actually looks better than a 7.0.
yeah,
Uh, I don't like. I don't much like it. Kind of like I don't care about the check mark. If it's a
yeah,
7.0, just give me the 7.0.
yeah,
I don't need the other thing like saying like it would look better if the inside wasn't shit or something like that. But
yeah,
other than that, like I do like CBCS, and they're like uh, usually really easy to deal with at conventions and stuff like that. I even have like stuff graded by PGX. You know, like I wouldn't recommend that for anything other than like something that you are just like the cover and you don't want to spend a lot of money on. Like you're not
yeah,
going to get rid of it. But
yeah. And I was just thinking too, like since I got this book signed, like that sometimes there's like a really cool variant that comes out and stuff, but it's only like a $5 book, like raw.
yeah,
And I just think that those are probably like if I'm like I've gotten some of those slab before, but I think like now if I'm gonna get one slab, I want it to be signed too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And in
yeah,
that case, I wouldn't really care if it's. Well, actually, I'd probably rather go with CBCS and PGX if
yeah,
CBCS is available.
yeah. This 1 second. I have this book hanging on my wall. This is a PGX book, and it's only for the cover, like, because there's no value to the book, I don't think at all. I just really like the cover, but it's this
Yeah.
Robert Mantina book, Deathstroke
Yeah.
33, and it's a 9.4 PGX, so it's like it's worth nothing, But I think I paid I think it was like $13 to slab it, and I was just sending in a few books. Like I sent in a book that my son did,
Yeah.
and I wanted to get that slabbed, and I was like, I'll just pick a few others that I just like the covers, just so I can display. And so, like, it's good for that. Like, if it's like going to the dollar store for a cheap frame,
Mhm.
just to frame something. But yeah, it looks cool. I still I love that cover. I fucking
That's
love
so
it.
good. Yeah. Awesome.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing. Like the book's worth probably nothing. It's probably worth $3.99.
Yeah. But yeah, for definitely like for higher keys, I don't know, it'd probably be better like to work with the
CGC.
other two guys.
Oh, if like my I actually just bought like one of those cheap memberships to CGC today, like the $25 ones, because I
Yeah.
want to send some of my books in. I want to send my X-Men one in to get slabbed. But if I'm gonna send like a big book, like an X-Men one or the giant size X-Men, or any of my big books, I want to go with CGC, because I just feel like you're going to get the most money out of it. Like if you decide to sell it, you're going to get more money than you're going to get with either of the other two.
Yep. Definitely. I agree with you that too with CGC.
So just as like an investment purpose.
But I think also like buying wise, I think CBCS is probably like a better
value.
value because you could probably crack that and you might be able to get a bump on that depending on what it is. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we got Spec Collectors stopping in. Thanks for stopping by, brother. And then we got Comic Head 84, Lethal Weapon in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we're just showing off some books right now.
Yeah, that other book that I got from Scoot, the pencil only of the Spider Carnage. The one that I sent you that I colored in. I think it came out nice, like because I was gonna get like the guy that he works with the ink. It was gonna be like another $50 for him to ink it and stuff, and so I just went and bought me some like those nice Copic markers, and I inked it, and then I put some white highlights in it last night. I don't know if you can see all the white.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Yeah,
but man, it looks freaking awesome.
It looks great, dude.
I don't like paying somebody for to color in Carnage because it's just red.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense like to pay somebody $50 to just put red in there.
That looks dope, dude.
Dude, I love it.
Dude, your Carnage collection is like is top notch, bro. Like,
yeah, I told you that one that I commissioned Neil Adams to do me a Carnage.
Dude, I'm excited for that, bro. Like,
I'm pretty excited for that too. Like, he's gonna do I showed you like the detailed side view or whatever. So, and it's going to be on an Absolute Carnage blank, and it's getting sent to CGC. So, I'll have a Neil Adams Carnage sketch, which it'll be pretty awesome.
Dude, that's gonna be dope, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I've already started looking at some cons, like try to see like which ones we're gonna be picking up. I also picked up this recently. I picked up the Swamp Thing. This is number 6. So
you got them all now, right?
No, I'm still missing number 4, and then I'll have all the Bernie Wrightson 1 through 10 Swamp Things.
That's impressive.
And I feel like these are right now they're they're affordable. You know what I mean? They range in prices, but you can still find them at a good deals. I mean, it'd be cool to have like the first 10 slab.
Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, I got another one right here. I also picked this one up. This is number 2, and this is the first appearance of Anton Arcane, which is like the main villain for Swamp Thing. I think this is a a really good one to get, especially because it's so cheap. Right, especially in this market right now. I think I paid like $70. Yeah, I think I paid like $70 plus shipping for this, which is not bad because you can
No.
get Swamp Things if they get like they're like 9.0s and higher, then they're kind of pricey. But if you get them below 9 below or 8.5 and below, then they're dirt cheap, dude.
Yeah,
Um,
but once like those books hit, like 7.5 will be like worth what a 9.0 is. You know, that's the way it goes. You know, like because people get priced out of all those, so they keep moving down. You know.
yeah, and I'm a villains guy. I love Anton Arcane, and that's like the main Swamp Thing guy. And the guy is pretty sick, dude. Like he's a sick puppy. Um, so yeah, I was pretty happy to add that one to the collection. Um, yeah, anything else?
Man, I have like just like my recent pickups. You know, like the stuff that we all have got.
Oh yeah, I got
Um,
some of those too.
and then like I got this. Like I showed this on Instagram, but like I bought one of those torpedo boxes, and it was like I spent $100, and like the way that they price stuff is like uh, I feel like it's more than what it's worth, but like I don't know because I'm not like actively hunting for this stuff either, and that's like the other thing with like getting a mystery box too. It's like I don't know, it's just not what I'm looking for usually. But I got this book. I think it's like a Power Rangers book, but I'm not sure.
You
Um,
got this from Torpedo Box?
yeah, this is my mystery box, and this one they said is like a $25 book. And then this Death Metal 6, which is Inhyuk Lee variant. That one's cool. I mean,
Yeah, that was dope, dude.
I already have that issue. Like they have it at 15, and I wouldn't have bought it. This
Yeah,
one's Marauders 15 for $10.
it's dope.
This one's actually pretty cool, but like I'm not looking for it either. But this is Red Sonja, Age of Chaos, number 4.
That one's
It's a
cool too.
it's a
Uh,
Perello.
Cheesecake Perillo.
Yeah, yeah. I do like that. I like the cover, but like I said, like I'm not like I
Yeah,
wasn't looking for it. And this one I have the trade of, so like I really didn't need it, but it's a cool book. It's a Ghost Rider Trail of Tears. It's a Crane cover. But I already have the trade of that, so
yeah. That's art by Clayton Crane, right?
yeah, it's Ennis and Garth Ennis and Clayton Crane.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like that's like my favorite Clayton Crane one,
Yeah, he's got some sick ones too. I think
but
he's got one with like the original Ghost Rider, the guy that's on the horse.
yeah,
I think there's a Clayton Crane cover with that.
it's still cool though. And then I got Grindel,
Uh,
$20 book.
not
Harley
familiar.
Quinn, You're the Villain. They said a $20 book. And then Strange Tales, the Golem, 15. Some Rob Liefeld Snake Eyes.
Liefeld.
Yeah. I don't hate on Liefeld, like if I could get a Liefeld Carnage sketch, I would totally do that.
Dude,
I think like he like would be way overpriced, but and then the last one is Omega number 7. I don't know. It's not like bad books. It's just like not anything I was really looking for.
Yeah. Be $50 a pouch, buddy.
That was $100, man. That was $100
I
plus shipping.
was saying for Rob
Oh,
Liefeld,
yeah.
$50 a pouch.
Yeah, I would take a fanny pack and that's it.
Just buy it in bulk, sir. But yeah, like those thing with those, a lot of those big ones are kind of mystery boxes are really hit and miss. But here's like some stuff I've been picking up more back issues recently, and I found this dope ass Greg Horn. It's a cheesecake cover, dude. Like this run is Greg Horn Marvel Knights. I forget which issues. It's like 7 through 9. There's one where she's wearing like a straight jacket, but I think this is a really cool cover.
Yeah.
Posted that one on there. I don't know. I kind of like Elektra, but I don't know anything about Elektra or Daredevil. I know he's blind, and I've seen the show. That's about it. But I don't know much about Electro. And
Yeah.
then picked up this Venom. Did you like how it ended? The
It's
King in Black.
uh, I mean, it's okay. Like, yeah, it's fine. Uh, I I would have liked it to keep going, or a little bit longer, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It's all right.
it was a good run though for Donny Cates.
I want to see how it really ends, like at the last issue. Like the next issue is the last issue. See like
Yeah,
what actually happens.
what he's setting up.
Yeah,
Um, I just feel like how they delayed King in Black a couple months,
yeah, and that
and
fucked me up too because
yeah,
like that's why sometimes like I'd rather just collect them all and then read them all at once because it does fuck me up. Like if I have to wait a month and I'm reading other stuff in between, because I'm like terribly forgetful on stuff.
yeah, and I think that's what kind of took it out. And also, I think it had like so many tie-ins, and I really didn't give a
Yeah,
shit about like most of them, to be
yeah.
honest.
I didn't read any of the tie-ins this time because like I felt like with the Absolute Carnage, like I sort of uh, I was just buying them because of that. And I read them all, but like I felt like there was no reason for me to do it. So this time I only did main story King in Black, and I might sit down and reread it, like so I can get like a better understanding of what it was. But it was good.
Yeah. We got Sam I Am's in the house. What's up, bud? Thanks for
I did
stopping in.
I did like that cover though, like him walking away.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
dope cover.
I did
I
like
feel
that
like that
cover.
would have been perfect for like the last issue.
Yeah, I agree.
And
And
then, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I about these two too. About
Oh,
the
the sideways cover.
yeah, and this one mainly because for some reason my shop put both of these in my box, or they put them all. So I was like, oh fuck it,
Yeah.
I will take them.
And then I picked up this Joker #2. I guess this is the one everybody was looking for
Yeah,
this week. And
is
this
that
is
the new villain or whatever?
yeah,
Is there a
it's
new planet?
Bane's daughter. I don't know.
Okay,
To be honest, it sounds a little corny to me, but
is her name Vengeance?
yeah, it's
Or
vengeance.
something? Okay,
I am
I heard
vengeance.
I heard people talking about it. So
Um, I don't know if she's gonna stick. I really wanted the 1 in 25 Federici the sketch cover
mhm.
because it's a punchline, and I like collecting the punchline stuff. But I think I'm gonna wait, and I think that's why I'm hating on this book. So, so hoping that the price drops. But I'll show you. I think the beginning. I think that's her first appearance right there. She's like in a little bubble.
Oh, nice.
So I'm actually haven't been reading this. I think I might just wait till I get the whole entire Joker. I'm already two issues in. I might as well get the rest of it. Um, and that's about it. That's the reason I picked up. This is the Lee Bermejo cover.
Yeah,
So
that guy's a killer artist.
yeah, I love his style, dude. He's got a great style. And that guy that did the Middleton slab for me, like he was taking books for Lee Bermejo as well. So
The
this
guy
would be a
that
good one.
the guy that works at the Iron Lion. You went to the Iron Lion when you were here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this guy Ricky, he is like he works closely with Greg Horn. Like he's like Greg Horn's handler or something. He works for he's one of the reps for Kirby's comic art or something like that. So he's had a few artists come to the shop and we've got
Yeah.
to meet him. And like he always says Greg's gonna come, but like then like with the whole pandemic stuff, like it's all kind of like
Yeah, it gets pushed back.
yeah, everything gets pushed back.
Yeah, like my shop's Freedom Comics. Shout out to them. Uh, that's what they said that they're going to be working on. Like I can think they're expanding into a bigger building, and they're going to be working on trying to get more like signings going on.
Yeah.
So as far as they've been open for like a year, and I think they've had one good one, which was the Aunt Lucia, the guy that does the Bombshells variant.
Yeah,
And I went to
I
them.
wish I would have like gave you money to get like I wasn't really like hard into collecting the sketch covers,
Yeah,
but like I think I was like dipping my toes into it. But I wish I would have like sent you some money to do that because it was like right around that time I was like starting to go crazy
yeah,
and stuff.
and But and then they brought in somebody who worked on like Tailspins. He was like an animator kind of guy. He
Okay.
worked on Tailspins and Little Mermaid and stuff. He was kind of rude, to be honest.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, and he wasn't doing sketches. All he was doing was signing. But
I hate
uh,
that. I like when you meet one of those guys and they're like total assholes.
yeah,
It's the worst.
I was like, sorry, dude, I didn't even know who you were, but I showed up to show love to my LCS, bro. But
Did you ask him for a sketch or what?
no, I was just like, so how you doing? And so it's like, so you draw Little Mermaid? He's like, yeah, I draw Little Mermaid. I was like, all right, dude, good talk, man. um, but I don't know if he was just having a bad day or what, man. But you know what I mean?
I met Jim Root from Slipknot,
Yeah,
and I met him once, and he was like such an asshole. And then I met him again at another concert, like before Slipknot was big. They were opening for
yeah,
bands. It was like back in 1999, and he was still such an asshole, man. Like just the biggest dick I've ever met. And then like I saw him one more time, like at another show, and I looked and I was like, fuck that guy. I'm not gonna even like give him the. I'm not even gonna go say hi to that guy because he's such a dick.
yeah,
Well, he may have changed by now, but because that was like it's crazy to think, but that was like 20 years ago, you know.
yeah.
But
I think one of the best people I think was it was Scott Snyder at Comic Con 2018. I won that lottery thing to get something
mhm.
signed for him, and I remember like it was on Sunday, the last day, and I was literally the last guy in line because I was in line to try to get something signed by Donny Cates. So
Yeah,
I had to leave the woman there so I could run over and get something signed by Scott Snyder. But I didn't have any Scott Snyder books, so I had to like dig through boxes like to find something to sign for him. And dude, he was like so cool, man. Like even though I was the last person, the last, you know what I mean, and he had been there like probably signed like 1,000 books. He was like super cool, man. You know, and
yeah. Out of most of the people that I've met at conventions, like most of them are like actually really cool. Like Bagley was super funny, and Imberlin and Capullo and Mark Brooks.
yeah, Capullo
Like
was cool.
they're like Capullo had like a huge line, and like he was still like talking, and he would stop, take pictures. Cool guy. Like really
Yeah,
have it's just like the it's like 1 out of 10. Like one guy is just like such an asshole sometimes. And
yeah,
like you said, like they
I
could be
agree
having
with that.
a terrible day.
Yeah, most of them are just super cool. Um, and then I don't know who did this. Let me check in with the chat. Sam I am says Marvel tie-ins for the most part are bland for events, and Spec Collector that says the ending was bland. And I think the ending was satisfactory or in a way, but I feel like just getting it pushed back kind of like damaged the impact of the ending.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
I'm gonna need to read it again. Like
yeah, I feel like
to,
if you read it again, like in one sitting or one or two sittings, it probably hits a little harder because you know all the suspense you get from like one issue to the next, you know, it kind of goes away with like especially like in 2 months.
yeah.
Spec Collector says he wouldn't be paying current prices for that character for that 1 in 50. Oh, that 1 in 50 Vengeance. I think it was like a secret variant.
Oh, is
That
that the one
the
with everybody showing with like the
Yeah,
yeah or whatever? Yeah,
or something like
I've been seeing everybody post that, and like I have no fucking idea. Like I'm way off the
yeah.
spectrum of what's going on with that.
I agree with Spec Collector. I wouldn't be paying. I think it was going for like 200 at least.
Yeah, I think
I
I've
think
been
there's
seeing
some.
like yeah 250 or something like that.
I like, dude. I got fucking. You can get the first appearance of Bane at a decent price, at a decent grade for that price. So it just
Yeah,
doesn't make sense, you know. Like,
that's exactly what I don't understand. Like why all these the new like a store variant or something like that is going for say $500, and you could invest that into like a low grade of Sabretooth or a low grade of like a first appearance of like a huge character that's already like set in stone, you know, like you're gambling on these other ones, you know, because who knows if that chick's gonna go anywhere. I would I
yeah,
would I would highly like I would imagine that uh she's always going to be in the shadow of her dad, you
yeah.
know.
That's how I
So
feel as well.
like I don't think she's going to overpower what he already is, and then she probably has like tons of variants, tons of second printings that's going to come out, tons of all this. And Bane does have 3 printings, I think. It's 3 printings of Vengeance of Bane, but I still think it's a smarter idea to get a 9.8 Vengeance of Bane first print over all of that.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. I think that book's getting pretty expensive.
Yeah,
9.8 at least. Huh?
Don't you have
I
that
have
book?
Yeah, dude, I got a 8.5. I think I paid like $55 for that shit. Like slabbed already.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought that was crazy. Like, dude, hell yeah, I'm getting this.
Yeah, I got mine, like, I think I paid like $30 or something for a raw book. Like, and I thought it was like, it looked really good. And then so I got it signed and submitted it to CBCS at a convention, and it came back, like, I think it came back a 7.5 check mark. One of those
Check
fucking,
mark.
yeah. So they're saying it does look good, but it's not as good as you think. But I'm still
wrong with it. There's something wrong with it.
I'm still happy with it, man. Like I think that book's like, that's one of the books like that is gonna stay with me, because I actually like Bane's awesome, dude. Like,
I love Bane too.
Yeah.
He's awesome, dude. Cause he looks silly though, because if you look at it, he's like a big broad.
He looks silly, but like he looks cool though. He looks cool, silly, like 90s bad guy, cool,
just like
silly,
swole,
Yeah.
But like I feel like his appearance doesn't match like who he is as a character. Like once you read about him, he's like super smart and like he's actually very thoughtful and stuff.
Yeah, like he's the one guy that figured out Batman. Like I wouldn't have said that about him. Like, just looking at him, he looks like a brute. Like just an idiot.
Yeah, like somebody's gonna like pile drive you and like punch walls. And they kind of what they did on it in that movie Batman and Robin. I hate what they did with him.
Yeah, he's essentially like a Professor Hulk. Like he is that big guy, but he's smart. In the Batman movie, he was just a fucking idiot, dude. Like that, but that was like the worst movie ever. My girlfriend loves that movie. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think it's Poison Ivy's in it or something.
I think I like Poison Ivy, to be honest. I think she was probably the best part.
I don't think like Uma Thurman would have been like my Poison Ivy, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like somebody else could play it, but she was okay. Like, I mean, they could have done worse, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, but like it was supposed to be stupid. Like, is what it, like I think it was supposed to be done. Like, it was supposed to be campy and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that. I forget what his name was, Joel Schumer or something like that.
Yeah,
I feel like he didn't,
or something.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't take it. He didn't take it seriously. He was like, it's gonna be a cartoon movie, like, or a comic book movie for kids and stuff like that. So
I've told Chantel like a million times, like, what they need to do is make like a sequel to Batman 66 and make it like super campy, like super dumb, but like it should be called Batman 69. And it should have Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd and like all the guys from like Old School and Superbad and Anchorman, and like just be like a comedy, like a dirty R-rated comedy, and like Will Ferrell is fucking Batman and Paul Rudd is Robin, and it would be the best movie ever.
I would watch that, bro.
It'd be so good.
And let's see. Sam I am says he liked the first 2 issues of the Joker, but the Joker is hardly in the 2 issues. Yeah, I mean, I still haven't read them, but I'm definitely gonna be checking them out. Everything that Steve is saying is on point, so he agrees with you. I guess when you were talking about like paying for the incentive covers. Speaking of overpaying for incentive covers, I got this incentive cover for Green Lantern #1. This is a 1 in 25. I forget who it is, dude. But I literally didn't have any other books on my pull list that week. So I decided, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and just get one book. I'm going to get the incentive cover. I paid, I think, the ratio for it, which is like $25 for it. But I'm not really sure if there's any first appearances in here or anything. I'm a John Stewart dude. That's like my favorite Green Lantern. And yeah, man, that's why I picked it up. Because it also looked like he's got the same pose from his first appearance from the Neil Adams Green Lanterns '87. So that's what's, I just love a good good homage to the old stuff. You know what I mean? And that's one of the books I picked up.
I don't think it's bad to splurge on like something like that, and $25 is not gonna break the bank either. You know,
No, like I
it's
did it.
like
I think,
it's when the people spend $200
yeah,
on like the fucking Berserk, uh, the
that was
Berserk
some,
stuff. That's crazy. Like to spend $1,000 on a 1 in 100 or whatever. Like it's too much money. Like for that. Like it doesn't
yeah,
matter what you do. Like it's too much money in my eyes. Like because like $1,000 is going to buy you so much more. You could buy like so much more history, like comic book history, with $1,000 than a 2021 Keanu Reeves 1 in 500
yeah,
anything. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But it's
yeah,
everybody's budget is different.
yeah.
So
Everybody's different, and I think everybody buys for different reasons, and
yeah,
they usually have a different kind of goal. Like I feel like with the Berserker 1000, if you were like the first person to get it, to get your hands on it, you might be able to flip it like on the first week for a decent profit. But if you're the guy buying it like 3 days later, you might get stuck with that hot potato. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because I know my LCS was offering it. Like my LCS, they're good about it. Like if you're interested in these variants ahead of time, they'll give you a sweet deal on them. You know what I mean? And I think they were offering that Berserker for like I think he wanted like almost 2,000. It was a little under 2,000. And I was like, eee.
so much money, bro. Like that's so much money, dude.
But then when you see the sales on eBay, they were selling for like $4,000. It wasn't
I
a whole
don't
bunch of sales,
I
but it
don't even
was.
give a shit how much they're selling for. That's like that's crazy money, dude. Like if I you like you could get an X-Men one for like roughly between $2,000 and $4,000. So why would you want a Berserker one for $2,000? Like it doesn't matter if it's a 9 point. I'd rather have like a .5 X-Men one to
Yeah,
signed Keanu Reeves book. I don't get it. Like it baffles my mind, but
yeah.
I don't have like disposable income like that. So like if I have $2,000, it's got to go to something else, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So I got to
Yeah,
get
something a
something
little safer. Yeah, it's a little riskier. I think that's a little too wild for me. Like, you know what I mean? And it'd be cool to have a Keanu Reeves signed book, but I feel like for like $4,000, you could probably make it happen on
yeah.
any other book.
I was gonna say like I guarantee like if Berserker becomes big or whatever, and like they make a movie of it and like that issue goes to issue 30 or whatever, he'll be at a convention and you can probably get him to sign something for $150. You get him to sign your Berserker one blank or whatever,
Yeah.
and get like an artist to draw like a sketch of him, and it'd probably be worth just as much money in the long run, you know.
And I'm gonna be honest with I'm gonna be super real right now. But like um with Berserker, the way Boom is doing it, like it rubs me the wrong way because everything they're getting I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, like, but they're super efficient as far as like they're touching everything in the market. That I think they got like so many, you know, a blank variant, we got you. 1 in 10 variant, we got you. Signed book by Keanu Reeves. You know, like they're trying to corner every part of the market as far as like uh, how you could make profit off that book, but they're trying to like consolidate all of it. You know what I mean? Like third printings, like that book doesn't need 3 or 4 printings. That book has
No,
enough copies out
yeah,
there.
it doesn't need any more printings. Like my shop still has tons of those at the store. So, and
Yeah,
it's just like one shop that I go to. They like I bought 3 of the red blanks just so I could get Carnage sketches on because I like to get that way I don't have to color it or ask somebody to color it. So anytime I see red blanks, I'll buy red blanks, and so I can get a sketch on. But they're still there. There's still a ton of them there. Like, so I really didn't
yeah,
even need to get the 3. And I read the story, and the story's fine. And I'm like curious, I guess, what's going to happen, like, or why is as old as he is, what's going on. But
Yeah.
Um,
But
yeah, that's crazy.
it just to me it just seems like it's a new style of like just like they're reaching into the aftermarket. You know what I mean? Like instead of just like, okay, we're gonna print these books, if people like it, if it's dope, people are, it's gonna go crazy in the aftermarket. But I feel like now they're trying to like reach into the aftermarket as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I don't know, that just doesn't seem cool. It just seems like fabricated because I feel like they had everything in line like before they released it, like the hype machine. Like they probably had everything ready to go before the release of the book, and uh, I don't know. It just isn't. It rubs me the wrong way because it takes a lot of the fun out of the collecting stuff. Because even if you buy Berserker 1 and that it turns out to be a great franchise and awesome and everything, you still only have like a regular copy. And it's like Spec Collector saying it's a 600K for a first printing or whatever. Like that book is still gonna be $1, but it's pretty much Turok #1. You know what I mean? Of today. Um,
Yeah, I've said
so
this a million times before to you, like, but I feel like variants and all that. I like variants because
me
it's neat
too.
to see the different, different artists doing different things. But like, I do think it does devalue a book, because like if first Punisher or first Venom or first any of those fucking characters had 20 different covers you could have chose from, it doesn't matter what if you got the first print or the first print, I guess, because there's still 20 other ones like, oh, well, he was doing this on this cover, this issue, he was, or, this color, it all depends on all sorts of different stuff. I think it should just be like somewhat just like one cover, an A and B cover, you know?
Yeah, I think I mean DC. That's the way they were doing it for a long time. I mean, they're starting to do a lot more 1 in 25s, and they're trying to start getting into that bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Saying that though,
but
I'm a
and
sucker for a blank cover though.
I'll get a blank cover too. Like I said, like I've been picking those up. I actually like those but I feel like those add to the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people want to get their stuff signed. They want original art.
Yeah.
They're fans of people. I think it adds to it. Instead of like takes away from it. Um, Spec Collector says speculators are buying, so they're capitalizing. Yes, as if there's someone buying, then they're gonna keep doing it. Something is killing the children at this point is up to an 8th print of #1 2 years later. Yeah, I don't think there's a need for that. I think at this point, 2 years later, you can just get the trade if you really want to read it that much. I actually have not read that. Have you read that one?
I've never read it.
I'm gonna read it and do a review on it because I've been seeing that book everywhere, dude. Um, but I don't know much about it. They can simply keep printing trade paperbacks and collected editions for people that want to read them. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like people, at 2 years later, you might as well just get the trade paperback. But I will say something though, like the collected edition market is it's getting a little crazy too, because books will go out of print and people pay crazy money for because that's the thing about the market. Like I feel like it's just more like hyperinflation because it's not just comic books that are like super expensive. It's like cards and stuff, even steel books, like DVDs and stuff. Like people are selling DVDs for like stupid money right now, like video games and stuff like that. So that's what kind of worries me on that one. But also like the like back to the collected edition. Um, they're starting to put out variants for omnibuses as well.
No, I've never
Like
read that.
like they're putting out omnibuses with variant covers. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. I mean, it's cool, dude, but once people start like getting crazy over that, it's over. Um, Sam I am recommends it. He says it's really good. Something is killing the children. So yeah, I'll probably check. I mean, it's on my list to read it.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Uh,
read it tonight. Like I have a website that I can read like free comics on. Like I know that's like probably pretty unpopular, but
it's a pirate.
yeah, but I'll do it like sometimes just to check out a book, and then like if I like it, then it helps me kind of get further into wanting to read it.
Yeah,
Because like sometimes the books, like like you go every Wednesday and you spend $30, you gotta be a little choosy about what you
yep.
pick.
I
And
agree with that.
then like my shop, like they know that I like Venom and shit. So like without even asking me, they'll put 3 covers in, and it's
Yeah,
like, okay, so right there I'm at $15 or $17,
yeah,
and like they're always good to me, so I'm like, I'll take them. So like
yeah,
to add anything on top of it, it's like, okay, fuck, another $3 here, and then I actually want this book too, so give me this one.
yeah.
So I'll use the free like comic thing to check out a few books, or sometimes I'll just read it because I don't want to open it up because I do want a 9.8.
Yep. And I do the same thing. Like Mike, they do the same thing to me with Venom and Spawn,
Yeah,
and it really doesn't bother me none. But like sometimes you just want to read it. I think I've been reading the first run of Blue Beetle. I've been reading that. Like I'm really getting into that. That's actually a really good run. Actually, if anybody ever wants to read Blue Beetle, I recommend that run. I'm still gonna read the other two. I'm gonna read. I think he had a New 52 run and a Rebirth, but I don't know if they're gonna be better than the first one because I'm really enjoying the first one. He's like fighting Green Lanterns and shit, dude. Like
mm.
holy shit, bro. Um, what else have I been reading? I've been reading Justice League New 52. The whole Jeff Johns. I've read parts of that book. Like I've read the Throne of Atlantis, and I read some of the Dark Side War and Forever Evil. But I'm like starting at the beginning, and that's actually really good, dude. It's like art by Jim Lee, and it's written by Jeff Johns. So his what's really cool about that book is like how they interact with each other. Um, like Batman and Green Lantern don't get along. Like they're always talking shit to each other. Like that's awesome. And then
Nice.
Aquaman shows up, and he's just like a badass, and nobody expects that. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. So anything else? Anything good you recommend right now?
No, I mean like I'm probably reading everything, the same stuff everybody else is reading. Like Venom, Thor. I'm actually like behind on my Thor. Like I took those to vacation with me, and I still have 2 issues. I keep meaning to read them, and I just something happens. And then I was telling you I was reading this, except for the very last backstory where you had to like fucking roll a dice.
Pick your
But
adventure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool idea. I just like, who carries the dice around?
Um, but yeah, man, that's what we're reading. It looks like we're getting pretty close to the hour mark. We actually gone over a little bit,
Yeah, a
so I
little bit
think
over.
it's a good spot to stop. And so yeah, I'm gonna be adding these guys to the list. I know Sam I Am and Spec Collector were here last time, so they're gonna get 2 entries. Eventually, I'll be doing a giveaway, and Comet Head stopped in, and Slim and California Blends, so we'll be adding them as well to the list. And but yeah, man. Sam I Am says check out the Hoopla app. It's free with the library card. It's great for image titles. I'm actually going to check that out. Yeah, because there's some image titles that, like I have the DC Universe app, and it's got all the DC stuff, and it's only like
Is
$7.99.
is that like free with any library card, or is that like a universal, like any library card works? I have my library card on my keychain because I'll go to. I haven't been down there in a year now since the pandemic, because you had to like make schedules to go down there.
What
But
the fuck?
they had hardcovers that you could rent. So I'd go down there and get like I got a Batman New 52, and that was one of the last ones I got.
Yeah, I know. Like my library, like I went there and they had like nothing but like trash books. To be honest, they had like Harley Quinn, a lot of Harley Quinn stuff, and they also had like volumes, but they were like volume 7 of whatever. So I actually dropped off some like some of my old trades that I'm really not gonna keep around, or like I buy a hardcover.
Yeah,
I just give them away to them. I drop them off for them. So
yeah.
it's just a way to make space, I guess.
I do that with guys at my work, because they'll ask about like, oh, what's this character about, and I'll be like, oh, I'll bring you a book, and I like sometimes like I expect to kind of get them back, but I never get them back, and I like and
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit too much because like I'm like it's just I get $10. Like I usually pay $10 for them. Like that Craven the last time I bought that and I had that I read it and I had it for probably 3 weeks and I let somebody borrow it and they recently asked me they're like, hey, did you want that back? And I'm like, it's fine. I said just give it away to somebody else. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. So yeah, books. I love like trade paper that's just given away.
Yeah.
And to think that back in the day, that's how comics were. Like
Yeah.
you went to the store, you
Yeah,
you
I'll
bought
really
your
be kicking myself if, like, in 20 years, trades are worth like thousands of dollars.
and then you bought a Brave and the Bold #28, and you're like, hey man, this is a cool book. You should check it out. You're gonna have this book.
Yeah, whenever
And then
I gave you all my Whitest Nights or whatever. I didn't think twice about it. I was like, let me read them first, real quick, or whatever, and then I don't give a shit, like, because I have quite a few of those, like just trades and stuff. I actually enjoy reading a trade better than a
yeah,
comic.
to be honest, yeah, because you get a whole
Yeah,
story.
you get a whole arc of something, like something's happening.
So Sam I am says that you can do it with any library card, spec collector. Recommend Spider Shadow.
Yeah, somebody said that's like where he becomes Venom or something.
Oh,
I do want to read that.
I'll read that too for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then Sam I says I read the entire Walking Dead series on Hoopla. I
Wow.
might do that because I have the first compendium, and dude, that story is dope, dude. That story is dope. Like I really enjoyed it. Um, and so as far as so far, like it's way better than the show, in my opinion. Um, I really couldn't get into the show too much. But yeah, with that being said, man, like I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you, Steve, for kicking it. And with that being said, man, we are out of here. I don't know when the next show is gonna be. I know I work next weekend and stuff, but we got to come back and talk about like Mortal Kombat for sure,
Yeah.
and or do some other stuff, man. But like always, it's been good hanging out with you and
I did.
chilling.
Yeah, I love doing this, man. It's always a good time.
All right, man. Well, you guys have a good night. All right, peace.
Finish him!